What's good? What's good? Stephen there. Mr. Pat. It's Cody Bank. It's 508 Rum Man, Cody. It's 508 Rum Man. You know? But I'm up, man. I don't know if y'all know, but I had a long week. I had a long week. A lot happened to you, boy. A lot happened to your boy in the last week. A whole lot happened to your boy in the last week. And I kind of just been thinking. It was times in the last week where I thought shit. It was time last week where shit was good, man. It was times last week where shit was bad. It was times last week where shit was great. It was times last week where shit was terrible. You know what I mean? And that's kind of life, right? And that's kind of just how life go. Like one day, only have to be a day, right? 1 minute, things could be going smooth. You could be on top of the world. You know what I mean? And then boom, in the instant, it changes. What's good, Jay, man? Appreciate you sliding through. And then boom, in the instant, it changes, right? And then just like you could be up, right? You could be down 1 minute, right? You could be down 1 minute, right? Everything looking bleak, everything looking bad. And then, voila, out of nowhere, you get that drastic big break, or you get that thing to go your way that ain't been going your way. You know what I mean? But I've been through a long week, right? I put adequate, right? I ain't gonna say a lot. I put adequate energy and everything that needs to be done. You know what I mean? I put my energy only into things, that benefit me, you know what I mean, that profit me, things that I love, my family, my friendships, my relationships, that type of thing. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you do things for people, you know what I mean? Like when you do things for people, you know what I mean? Like for example, like if you do something now that they're saying right, and it's cliche, but it's true. Like how you say, if you do something, do it out of the kindness of your heart. You know what I mean? And they tell you that for a reason. You know why? Because if you do something right and you do it out of the kindness of your heart, you know what I mean? Rather it's reciprocated, right? Or rather, you get a return investment off of what you did. You know what I mean? Rather you get anything out of it at all, right? When you do it out of your heart, you never feel like, that you lost it. You'll never feel a type of way, if somebody don't uh give you what you give in their return, right? Because you did it because you wanted to, you did it out of the kindness of your heart, right? You know what I mean? So before I get into what I'm getting into, I'm gonna say that first. If you're doing something out of the kindness of your heart, right? If you're doing it because you wanted to do it, if you're doing it because uh it truly came, from the inside of you for all the right reasons, then nobody could ever make you feel like something that you did wasn't good enough or something that you did wasn't great enough, right? But sometimes your good may not be good enough for, a certain somebody, or sometimes your good may not be good enough for a certain somebody in a certain situation. You know what I mean? And then there's other times, right, where your good could be viewed as a great. You know what I mean? And you know the difference between the two and what you're dealing with. Now, what I started with was, and I want to stress the fact that if you move off, principle, and you move off, doing things out of the kindness of your heart, doing things because it's the right thing to do. I mean, because you feel it's the right thing to do, then nobody could ever strip you away, you know, of your good deeds, or nobody could ever make you feel less than for doing something that you deem right, right? But sometimes we let people dictate rather, a deed that we did was good or bad. And that's where it can become tricky. You know what I mean? When you do things for other people, that's where it could become tricky, right? Because you could do it for somebody else. If they're appreciative of it, then that's a great feeling. They feel great. That feels great. But if like say you break your neck for somebody, or you do something for somebody, and then they act as if they downplay the stuff that you do or the things you did. They act as if it wasn't that important to them after the fact. But in the moment, you knew and they knew, that it was extremely important to them. But after the fact, they may act like it wasn't that important to them, or it didn't matter, or what you did was just relative. You know what I mean, type deal. That's where that's what I mean by sometimes your good could be viewed as not good enough, and I should have put viewed as not good enough. You know what I mean? Because again, if you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it for all the right reasons, right? Not doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for all the right reasons. You're doing it because it came from your heart. It's something you wanted to do. Nobody could ever strip away, what I mean, your deeds or your blessings. They could never strip that away. It's only when you give that power to the person, when you give it to somebody else, when you do it for somebody else, instead of doing it, out of the kindness of your own heart. That's when people could strip away your good deeds, and they could take and suck away power out of the things that you do. Like, for example, I was dealing with this woman, right? Now this woman, like, now sometimes if you listen to people talk, right? You listen to people talk, uh, they can lie. You could catch them in the lie, right? They can lie and they can tell the truth at the same time, right? But I was listening to this woman for a while, right? And she always told me in the build up when we first met, like leading up, she always say, nobody ever did anything for me. Nobody ever did nothing for me. She just, she used to stress. She always said, nobody ever did nothing for me. I never had a guy do this for me, do that for me, do this for me, do that for me. You know what I mean? So, uh, now this is now I had to learn, right? Now this is where I heard her, right? So I used to try to do, a little more. I used to try to do a little more, go a little more and beyond. Try to surprise her with, a little stuff. Nothing too major, nothing huge, but just showing, gestures, showing her that I care, showing her that I'm proactive. And and within the act, right, she would love it. Or at least she would put off to me, that she loved it. She would, in the moment I could tell that she loved it, right? But later on, like if we would argue or we would go through something, you know what I mean? She would take the time to be like, well, so and so and so and so, he did this, he did that, and you did this, you did that, you did this, and you did that. You know what I mean? So now we get to the point where now when you angry with me, right? Now when you angry with me, it's oh well, that wasn't shit no way. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you did that. Like, that wasn't shit no way. You know what I mean? So it's like people, if you like me doing it for her, right, is what gave her saying that, well, you ain't really doing shit no way. But she had said in the beginning that nobody had ever done nothing for her, right? So I started doing, trying to do stuff for her. And I could see that when I was doing it, right, she loved it, like the glow on her face and all that good shit. But like when it got bad, right? When it got bad, she used to tell me, well, that ain't really shit. You ain't really doing shit. That ain't really shit. And, and even in the moment, right, I pretended that it didn't really bother me too much, like to her on the surface, right? Because I didn't want her to see, me broken, or I didn't want her to see, the stuff that she was saying was work. You know what I mean? But I know, like, and this is where it used to affect me the most, right? I know for a fact what I had to do, where I had to do, where I had to go to get, the money to do the stuff that I was doing for her. You know what I mean? I knew what I had to go through, to be able to make, nice things happen for her. You know what I mean? And I did it to see the smile on her face, right? So when she would tell me, so after it's all said and done, right, we'll argue like weeks later, and she'd tell me, oh well, that one shit, that one shit, that one shit. But in the beginning, you told me nobody ever, did nothing for you. But now you telling me that the stuff that I'm doing for you ain't shit. You know what I mean? So when I was doing, so eventually, I ignored it, but eventually, that did ruin that relationship, because when I would do things early, right? When I would do things initially, she would love them, and then later on when we argue, she would tether things down, like, she would try to devalue the things that I do, and then I also noticed that like it changed for a second. And this when I realized that this woman right here, wasn't for me. That she may not have been the best for me because I noticed that it was never a lot of consistency with her. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying sometimes good ain't good enough, and other times, your good can be great. With this particular woman, it wasn't enough consistency with her, right? You know what I mean? She would talk to me, I would listen to her, and then I would actually like go do the things that she would talk about. But then when I do them, I wasn't necessarily getting the reception, you know what I mean, that I thought that I was supposed to get. You know what I mean? It was confusing to me early, right? So I just, tried harder, right? I tried harder. But I was never really able to get right. I was never able to get, at least in my opinion, right, in my feelings, in my opinion, I was never able to get the credit that I deserved. You know what I mean? I was never able to get the love that I deserved from this particular woman, that I felt like I deserved, right, from this particular woman. You know what I mean? I felt like instead of getting, the love, or the credit or the responses that, that I thought I deserved, it's like I was getting the exact opposite of it. It's like today she would love it, but like next week, it's like she will use it against me. You know what I mean? It's like she's like, well, you did that, right? But you've done that for women in your past. You've done that for so and so and so and so. You've done that for so and so and so and so, right? So she was like, oh well, it's not special to me because you did it. You did it for somebody else, right? So then I started doing things that I've only done for her, right? And then it became a different excuse with it, like, oh well, I need you to. Well, I ain't asked for it. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask you to do this. You didn't have to do all that. You know what I mean? You didn't have to do all that, Skinny. You know what I mean? I didn't ask you for that. You didn't have to do all that. So now I'm getting, as I'm going through this, right? I believe that I'm wiping it off. I believe that I'm walking, you know, I'm walking with it. It don't matter that much, but as time went on, even now, you know what I mean. Sometimes I think about that shit like, then like I really like I know I was, I know I did my thing. I know I did my thing, but I couldn't get her. And it's new. I had got to the point where I was just so intent on getting her appreciation, trying to make her appreciate me. I lost my goddamn self, at a point in time. You know what I mean? I really lost my goddamn self at a point in time. What's good, DS? Appreciate you sliding through. I mean, this thing, having a life conversation. I be having these little mini therapy sessions with myself and shit like that every now and again. It's getting back to that point in there having this therapy session with myself. You know what I mean? So as much as as strong as your boy is, as strong as we all are, even when we in something and we think that it's not really affecting us, that shit, really does affect us because we don't always get answers, to questions of why reason or why this reason or why that reason, right? So we kind of gotta, deal with some of these things on our own, make sense of it, and keep it moving. You know what I mean? But I realized something, right? In this particular situation, sometimes your good just ain't good enough for somebody. But then in other times, your good could be great to somebody. Because just like your good, right, may not be good to somebody, it's somebody out there who's doing less than you, right? Who's doing bare minimum, less than you, right? Who's doing bare minimum or less than you for the same person, and that same person is going to appreciate them, tenfold for it. And that has nothing to do with you. And that's what I had to realize. Some people, some people just don't want you, to feel good about yourself. Some people don't want you, some people don't want you to feel like that you helped them. You know what I mean? Some people don't want you to know that, you are a big part of their life. You know what I mean? Some people don't want you to know that, they do love you. Some people don't even know how to love you. Some people don't even know how to express appreciation. You know what I mean? Because they're not used to it. It was never shown to them. You know what I mean? So when somebody is, stepping up, going above and beyond for them, it kind of scares them because then they feel like, oh shit, I can't do enough to reciprocate this to you. So now I gotta downplay what you're doing for me to make you feel as if you're not doing nothing because I can't reciprocate the energy or what you're putting out. So now I gotta downplay the good deeds and stuff that you're doing. So I don't have to be called upon to do, any myself. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the times it's not necessarily you. A lot of the times it is, the other person. You know what I mean? If you always feel like you, and even if it's, and when you're doing the right thing or a good thing or you're making a good gesture, at least, you know what I mean? When you get people like who downplay, the good things you do, it's probably because they never had nobody really do these type of things for them, and now they're at a point where they're starting to feel like they may have to reciprocate or they may have to, that it's their own guilt eating away at them now. You know what I mean? Because that's why sometimes people be like, "You too good to be true," or "Nah, you too good to be true." Or some people say, and which she did say this a lot. She did say this a lot that, oh, if it's going too good, it's probably something wrong. You know what I mean? It's a reason. Some people like when things get to going good, they get to going left, or they gotta cause havoc because a lot of times when things are going too smooth and too right, people realize that, oh shit, now the pressure is on me. You know what I mean? I gotta show improve. I gotta step my game up. I gotta get myself together, and not everybody is capable of doing it. Not everybody is ready to do that. You'll be surprised how many people get into relationships that don't want to be there. You'd be surprised how many people get into relationships and don't really know how to even really make a relationship work. Like don't know the first thing about it. Like, you know what I mean? You'd be surprised how many people, right, have never really truly been in a real relationship, which is why some people don't know how to reciprocate, or that's how some people don't even know how to act inside of a relationship. Some people, some people have been, side chicks or side dudes or jump offs chicks or jump off dudes or just casual dating so long in their life. You know what I mean? It's just what they used to. They didn't got so used to it. They didn't got so used to that, right? You know what I mean? They feel crazy when they get a real girlfriend material girl or a real boyfriend material boyfriend. They so used to guys playing games and guys moving a certain way, or girls playing certain games or girls moving a certain way. They so used to that when they get something that's real, something that's natural for them, something that's really for them, you know what I mean? They don't even, they can't see it. They can't recognize it because they still looking for all the bad signs, right? They still looking for all. They still looking for all the. They still looking for all the red flags, right? Instead of looking at the green flags. You know what I mean? This guy that presented you with 4 green flags already, but you so intent on finding that red flag that you didn't just let the green flags go in one ear and out the other one, out through the other side. You know what I mean? Yes, look for the red flags, but also look for the green flags. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A guy who, a guy who's attentive. You know what I mean? A guy who pays attention to you. You know what I mean? A guy who's attentive outside of himself. You know what I mean? He said, "Yeah, that's why I said I'm looking for a wife now. I want something different this time." Yeah, Mr. Pass. Uh, and then like sometimes like it's tough, man, because sometimes you realize, right? And I've been here in my life maybe like what? I think I've been here in my life 3 times, right? I've been here in my life 3 times. The first time was with the mother of my children, which I was with for about 15 years, right? Was the mother of my children who I dealt with for about, 15 years, right? The second woman was fuck it, I gonna say that now. Second lady was a woman named Nini, right? Who I dealt with directly after the mother of my children, right? And then now in my last past relationship, which ended every bit of what 3 or 4 days ago. You know what I mean? I had to deal with, like, I had to deal. What's good, seen and unseen. Appreciate you sliding through this, just saying we in there having a grown folks conversation. You know what I mean? I had to deal with sometimes the person that you love, right? Sometimes the person that you want to be with the most, right? Sometimes, and it ain't got to be nothing major, nothing big, right? But sometimes the person you just want to get it right. Sometimes the person just wants to get it right. Sometimes they're just incapable, or they just can't get it right, or they're not ready to get it right, or they're not, mentally prepared right now to get it right. You could be older than them, you know what I mean? So they could have, that they could still have that, oh well, I got stuff left to see and stuff left to do, right? Or you could be younger than them, and they could have that attitude as if, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You haven't been here long enough. I can't learn nothing from you because you're younger than me. I've been through more than you, so you shut up and not listen, right? There's that to it as well. He said it's not reciprocated sometimes, and Mr. Paz, sometimes it's not even that it's not reciprocated, right? Is that it's like sometimes facts, right. See, my with my middle one, right, with with Nene, right, it wasn't reciprocated, right. She talked a good game. She talked a good relationship game. She talked like, yeah, this and be, and with all your heart, and and all that good shit. She talked that, but she wasn't really ready for it. She wasn't mentally ready for the stuff that she was talking about. She wasn't mentally ready for all the things that she thought she was mentally ready for. She could talk about it, what I mean? She could speak on it. She could even help, some of her friends with their relationships, could help you with your relationship. But with her own relationship, she wasn't really ready for the things that she thought she was ready for, because when she was presented with them, she froze up. She didn't know what to do. She failed the test. What I mean? She ran the other way. You know what I mean? So she wasn't really ready for the thing that she was asking for. With the mother of my children, right? I think it was a case of her loving me a lot earlier than I really loved her. Being a younger guy, coming up. She probably loved me earlier in life, right? But she still did her thing. We both still, did our little thing here and there. But I'm a man, she a woman, so it's viewed different, it's taken differently, and it's seen differently, right? But with her, it probably was a thing of her loving me before I really was, mature enough to love her. And by the time that I was mature enough to love her, I had already done so much, overlooked so much that, she didn't love me, anymore. So that's where our disconnect came from, right? So that was my first real relationship, right? So I realized that me and her couldn't be together, you know, because we had too much history, and we were at different places right now. I was ready to settle in and have a family, start a family, and do all this. But she was out the door at that time. You know what I mean? She was already out the door. True enough, she had already probably had already had a whole nother life. She probably already had a whole nother life at that point. You know what I mean? Yeah, the time didn't match with, seeing us saying, yep, the time didn't match with me and her. You know what I mean? And with the second girl, right? I was 28 when I left my baby mama. My baby mama split when I was about 27, right? And I met the new girl, the second girl, Nene, when I was about 27. I dealt with her from about 27 to 30 years old, which is which I'm 31 now. I just had a birthday in June, right? So I dealt with her from about 27, 30 years old. I dealt with my baby mama from like 15 to like 26. You know what I mean? I dealt with this Nene lady from like 27 to 30, right? So 3 years of my life, the last 3 years of my life, I've been dealing with this second lady. Me and the mother of my children, our times didn't match up. You know what I mean? Me and this second lady, right? She had been through, a lot. She was 25. She was 23 years old. I was 27 years old, right? Yeah, she was 23. I was 27, right? So she had been through a couple relationships. She been through a couple relationships. Not and this is what I learned about her. She had never even been in a real relationship. You know what I mean? I learned that through time. Right? You know what I mean? She had never even been in a real relationship. She had been hurt by a guy earlier in her life, right? She was dealing with a guy when she was 18. He was a little older, of course, right? And you know how this shit go. The guy, took her virginity and he dogged her out, basically. He took her virginity, dogged her out, told her, she ain't really count. She wasn't really that important to him. You know how that shit go. They could really, like, this, the stuff that really hurts a woman, right? He did that to her when she was 18. The first guy she gave herself to, told her that she wasn't, shit to him, really, basically. You know what I mean? So she held on to that. Now she held on to that from 18 up until 24 years old when I met her. So from 18 to 24, she's been holding on to this guy that hurt her at 18. And that's what I was trying to show her. I'm like, baby, you was 18, you was a kid. Like, baby, that was years ago. Like, you can't move like that at 23. And that shit happened at 18. Y'all was literally teenagers. Y'all was teenagers. Y'all was a child. And what I was trying to tell her, well, this basically what was going, like, I was telling her what I went through myself, right? Because when I was younger and I was a teen and shit, I did stuff like that, as well. And I was saying, baby, you can't let that man was a child. You can't let that fucking man that was a child, right? He's 18 years old, 19 years old. You know what I mean? You can't let a fucking child change your whole outlook on the men for the rest of your life. That man was a fucking child when he did that to you. You feel me? Like, that wasn't a man that did that to you. That was a boy that did that to you. Like, you can't hold on to everything, and it's easy for me to say everything from your past. But I'm dealing with it too. I got a past too, what motherfuckers don't know, which is what I'm kind of breaking down to y'all right now. You know what I mean? I got a past too. You know what I mean? But you can't let your past affect your future. Now, it's easy for me to say, young lady, don't hold on to it, but you really can't, because you holding on to all that is going to affect of what you got working on in your future. You holding on from your hurt from 18, right? I'm 30 years old. That dude was 18. I'm 30 years old. You 24. You was 18. You know what I mean? You can't keep living in that. You can't keep living in that situation in your life, because every situation is not that situation anymore. You know what I mean? Like, the decisions made back then has nothing to do with what you're going through right now with me. And that's what I was trying to show her. But and then I had realized dealing with her, right, the reason me and her didn't work right is because she just wasn't mentally ready to open up again and be in a serious relationship. She had trust issues. You know what I mean? Stuff would be going good with me and her, and she'll just snap out all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Because she had trust issues, and I think that she couldn't commit to anything, which is what I was cool with. You know what I mean? Like, she wanted to she wanted to be, just be friends, right? But she wanted me to be an open book with her at all times. But I didn't get all the information on my end because she had got hurt so bad in her early life. So I had to be an open book, right? But she could live a private life. But I had to be an open book because she got hurt and I couldn't be playing her. You get what I'm saying? It's like she demanded a lot of stuff that she wasn't even ready for. And she didn't realize, because she was still so hurt from 18 and that guy, doing it to her in her virginity. She was still so hurt from back then. She didn't realize that, you expect guys to open up to you, to be an open book with you, to tell you their every move, to do all this stuff with you. But you literally don't do that at all. Like, you are literally a closed book, and you want your partner to be an open book while being your friend, right? Like, she wanted me to be her friend, right? But she wanted to act like my girlfriend, but I couldn't act like her boyfriend. You know what I mean? Because I knew she loved me. I could tell she loved me, but she just wasn't ready. She wasn't ready to be in a relationship herself. But she didn't necessarily want you messing with nobody else either. You know what I mean? But she wanted the freedom of being single, but she wanted the person that she was dealing with to do relationship things, right? But she wanted the freedom of being a single woman. She wanted the when I say freedom, I mean just not the pressure, right? Because it's pressure that come with being in a relationship. Because in a relationship, if your partner asks you a question, you got to answer them, right? Right. She didn't want to answer your questions, right? But she would want me to, answer her questions. So she wanted me to answer to her, but she ain't want to answer to me. So that's why me and her never worked out, because she wasn't mentally, she didn't realize it, but she wasn't mentally ready for a relationship yet. She was still hurt from that shit she was going through at 18. You know what I mean? So that's how that one didn't work out. Now, my most recent one, right? And I ain't gonna be here too much longer. My most recent one, right? Like, and then this, like, sometimes I got here right because sometimes sometimes you just can't be with the person that you want to be with. That's why when people find your match, when you find your match, keep them. It's like she wanted to, yeah, D man. It's like, and then it's like, and the thing was, it's like I ain't even gonna say that I thought that she was like really just doing too much at her. Like, I didn't even think she was out here just all out here and just doing a lot. But it's just the fact that if we not asking each other what's going on, don't be asking me questions about what I'm doing. We not together. Don't be popping up on me. What we doing, what we not doing, we not together. It don't fucking matter if that's what we doing, right? But if you want to keep tabs on me, baby, you know what I mean? We gonna have to keep tab on each other, because it's either we is or we ain't. Like, that's, it's confusing. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, I don't like to share, but you don't like to give information either. You know what I mean? If you don't like to share, that mean you got to move like somebody that don't like to share. You moving like a pimp. You moving like a pimp. You can't talk to nobody. You can't talk to nobody. But you got to check in with me. You know what I mean? We ain't together, but we together. But only one person got to check in. It don't work like that. But she just wasn't. She thought she was, but she just wasn't mentally ready for a relationship yet. Yeah, she just wasn't really mentally ready for a relationship yet. So with my baby mama, it was, you know when we was ready for relationships, our times didn't match up. You know what I mean? The times didn't match up. She was ready, I wasn't ready. Then I was ready, and she wasn't ready, so we split. You know what I mean? With my second one, it was she wasn't mentally ready. She was still mentally hurt from her relationships when she was a child, and she carried her child relationships into her adult womanhood. You know what I mean? She has that heavy. She does that heavy. You know what I mean? She carried her childhood trauma into her adulthood, and actually what she did was she causes guys a lot of trauma now. The second one, Nene, she causes guys a lot of trauma now, and she can't even really tell, because really, in a sense, she's doing to us, right, what people did to her back then, basically, without even knowing. You know what I mean? But she's basically doing the guys now. It just, I'm a soldier, so I get it, I understand it. I saw it from a mile away. You know what I mean? But she basically doing to us now what people did to her. Like, you know what I mean? He in your mind, he basically strung you along. He strung you along, and he took what you got. He used you for what you had. And that's basically what she do for guys now. She pretends, she flirts with them just enough. She even have sex with him. Like, she might even have sex with him, give him a little bit here, give him a little bit there, or just enough, to keep him around, to basically get the things that she wants out of him. And I was trying to get her to admit that as well. She couldn't admit it. See, I knew me and her wouldn't work, because she was one of those people who's in denial. It's like she never did anything wrong. Like, she can't make a mistake, even a little mistake. She don't even make little mistakes. I dealt with her for a couple of years. I never heard her say, I'm sorry, or I apologize, or my fault, or yeah, I was wrong on that. I never heard her say that not once. You know what I mean? So I knew me and her one go. Really, our whole relationship was just like one big fling. That was after my baby mama, right? It was a lot of real speech going on, a lot of real talking, a lot of talking about, being real, a lot of talking about being together, a lot of, you know, what it was a lot of fake, chemistry with my second one, like a lot of fake game being taught. You know what I mean? It's like we both was trying to show the other one, like we both was trying to teach the other one the lesson, but neither of us was really real, and until neither of us was really 100% into the shit that we was doing at that time, because I feel like she had an agenda, right? And I feel like eventually with time I grew to have an agenda as well. So we basically didn't work. We basically didn't work out because I feel like she was still holding on to her trauma from her past, basically. And now in this last relationship, right? In this last one, again, we got her from, sometimes, the people that, you want the most, you know, sometimes you just can't be with those people, right? So my last relationship, which ended about 4 or 5 days ago, right? Now with this person, I know it's not really her fault, like, and I understand it because I know it's not really her fault because she has a real like she said how long has been the last time. Me and her just broke up like 4 or 5 days ago. We was together about. Actually, I've been knowing this lady my whole life though. The lady what I just fell out with. I've been knowing her my whole life, type deal. And we just fell out about 4 or 5. I've been knowing her as long as I've been knowing my baby mama. My last woman, I've been knowing her as long as I've been knowing my baby mama. But I will say this: with this last woman, it's really not her fault though. Like it's really not her fault. Like, and that's why and that's why this one hurts so bad because is it how long y'all was kicking it tough? Uh, mm, like 6 months, like 6 months to a year. Actually, bro, we've been kicking it tough multiple times through our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been dealing with her for a minute. Been dealing with her for a minute. But I know what it is now though. Like just this last time, I know what it is. Like it's kind of it's a hard situation to say, but it's really not her fault. You know what I mean? Yeah, on and off, saying nothing, but I found out why we've been on and off the last time, and it's really not her fault. Like she's sick, right? She's sick. She what's the right word without being insensitive? She she bipolar, right? She bipolar. Fuck it. She bipolar. And that's what hurt the most. You know what I mean? That's what hurt the most. Because man, she making niggas so happy. She making niggas so happy. Like, I'm so happy with her. It's when this shit smooth, it's so smooth, but it's that at any moment, man, at any moment, you know what I mean? At any moment, shit could go left. You know what I mean? Shit could go left. And I personally don't think, and I thought I could, but I really don't think that I'm mentally strong enough or mentally ready to or or to be able to deal with that, the way that I would need to be, that she would need me to be. You know what I mean? Because I'm still working on myself. And the thing is, Mr. Pass, I really am. I really am. Like, I'm qualified. Like, psychology is my minor. Psychology is my minor, bro. So I'm a little more qualified, but it's like, bro, it's hard, bro. Like, and I do love this chick. I really do. See, I didn't know why though. See, throughout the years, we had always, been on and off, and I didn't know why. I thought it was just because she inconsistent, but she really is sick though. Like, tough, man. It's tough, bro. It's like it's always something. Always something. It's always something, bro. And I think I'm right. I think I'm, mentally stable enough, but man, it's like, man, it's like at any instant, bro. At any instant, it just could go left, and then it's like, but yeah, what I finna say. But yeah, man, it's just like, man, you can't. Like, I just like, I know I want to, but I don't think see them other two. Them other two came out a little easier, right? Because I already dealt with them jokes. I already dealt with them jokes. I already made sense of them. I understood them. This one I understand, but it's tough, bro, because I know it ain't her fault. Like, in the perfect world, like if everything was okay, we would be that'd be the perfect chick for me. But man, Mr. Pass, it's crazy, Mr. Pass. Like, and I really could do it. I can't do it, but it's like, oh, it's like sometimes it's a 24/7 job, bro. It's a 24/7 job, bro. Like, it's a 24/7 job, bro. Saying that since it was stronger than we ever know, and I always feel like it's easier to talk about it than to be about it. I know my girl ain't the one for me, and I understand. Yeah. But I really truly feel it, bro. I really like. I know, like in the back of my mind, right? I know that the last one. I know the last one. The last one is really. The last one really got a problem. You know what I mean? The other ones wanted had fake problems. I mean, the last one really sick. You know what I mean? That's how I know that my my last one was really sick. She got a real issue. And that's how I know that my one before her was full of shit. You know what I mean? My other one before her had fake issues. This one really got real issues, like diagnosed, like, go to the doctor type shit for her situation. You know what I mean? And then with her, and this joint ain't even really for her because it ain't that good, ain't good enough with with her. Is that it actually good is great with her? Is that she at any instant though, at any moment though, she could be, we could be fine, and then that switch hit, and then it's who knows, who knows what the fuck go happen. You know what I mean? We could be fine at one moment, then next moment, who knows what the fuck. And that's and she really is sick. You know what I mean? And she really is sick though. Like, she ain't fake sick. So that's why I can't. That's why I ain't gonna be able to rock with that one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then I got a bunch of I got a bunch of goddamn I got some shit to do to kill my time in between, right? I got stuff to do to kill my time in between, right? But man, it ain't about just, what look nice. He said we more in tune than my boy. Shout out my guy saying that scene, man. And like, yeah, I got shit to do in between, but it's like, y'all know how they look. Like it don't matter how good they look. Like some people you just click with. You know what I mean? Some people you just click with. You know what I mean? Some people you just click better with. You don't, all my junks look good. I don't mess with nobody that don't look good. But some people I just click better with. And she one of the ones that I click with. But it's always that, true enough, I could get hurt being around her too long, just one, depending on how far she take it. The best thing she can do is yeah, she needs a professional. And then with the issue of sour, it's still better than she can get into relationships in my opinion. Yep. And then the thing is, I be knowing where it come from, like, and I ain't talking about her case, but I know where stuff like that come from. Like it come from not dealing with your problems when they arise. It come from making. It come from, and a lot more people have that. They just not diagnosed with it. But it come from not dealing with situations when they arise. It come from not being completely honest with yourself about every situation. You know what I mean? Your mind finds ways to deal with certain things, and not all of them are conducive to your health. You know what I mean? Sometimes your mind will just trick you, you know what I mean, to get through something. It'll trick you. See, my mind does it. Like my mind, what my mind does, it just tells me, everything is okay. It just numbs me. My mind numbs me and tells me everything okay to keep moving. That's unhealthy as well. You know what I mean? That's unhealthy as well. But some people mind, will create a whole situation in their head, right? Some people mind create a whole false situation in their head, and then they really start to believe it because it helps soothe the mind. What my mind tells me is, my mind don't create a fake situation. My mind just buries it as much as it can, as deep down as it can. But it always pop back up, randomly. But for a long time, I can bury it, but then it'll pop back up, like months later, weeks later, or something like that. But that's how I deal with it. I bury it, it pop backs up, and then I have to come and I have to have these YouTube therapy sessions with y'all to go and bury this shit, to go and get it off my chest and shit like that. You know what I mean? But some people they create, scenarios in their own head to deal with it, like false scenarios in their own head to deal with it. Like the mind is a powerful thing. Like your mind will believe anything that you continuously tell it. Your mind will believe it. You know what I mean? That's why it's important to actually deal with your problems. You know what I mean? Have an outlet for your problems. Don't just bottle anger in. Don't bottle sadness in. Don't bottle any of this shit in. Let this shit out so it don't fester inside of you and create bigger problems. Because these things can become bigger problems. People always ask me, T, why you so happy? T, why you act like nothing never bother you? T, why it seem like nothing ever bother you? Because people are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to act how they're going to act. They're going to move how they're going to move. And those are things that you can't control. You can only control what you do, which is why T always happy, which is why T energy always good, which is why T ignore a lot of bullshit, don't even pay it any attention because I got to keep my energy good. You know what I mean? I got to keep my spirits high because I can't control what anybody else does, but I can control my own spirit. I can't control my own thoughts, and I can control, you know, the way that I react to things, how I view things, how I look at things, which is why I try to stay positive. Even when, in a messed up situation or when I'm hurt, I deal with my pain. Sometimes I have to bottle it up, eat that shit and keep it moving at the time. But I like to deal with issues like when they arise, you know what I mean? Like right when they happen. I've been sitting on these feelings right here for about 3 or 4 days, you know what I mean? And I just, yesterday, we hit a milestone, uh, with TWT, we got our branding off the ground. I've been dealing with this about 4 or 5 days, mentally putting it on the back burner. You know what I mean? And now I'm ready, to come out, and deal with the shit. I tried to bury it, but it bothered me. I just had a weird ass dream, which is why I had to wake up and I had to express this shit and talk about it because this shit was bothering me. Every situation that I spoke on just now is a situation that's bothering me. You know what I mean? My dream let me know that I had to wake up and get this shit off my chest. That dream I just had let me know that I had to wake up and I had to, I had to speak this shit for myself. You know what I mean? Maybe I helped somebody out there. Maybe somebody, heard this and they needed it too. Shout out my guy seen and unseen, but with that dream I just had, I know I had to. I just had one of the most fucked up dreams I ever had in my life. And I know it's because I got a lot going on inside my head that I didn't deal with. You know what I mean? That I wasn't dealing with. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff. I know that dream that I just had last night was long term stuff messing with me. Those long term stuff because it didn't make sense. Now I knew everybody involved in my dream, right? But the roles and the situations that the people were playing didn't make sense in my dream. But the people that was in my dream are all people that I have that I had deep problems with. Not like deep problems, like physical problems, like deep mental problems, like emotional problems. Like it was something that cut me deep in those dreams. Like my baby mama was in my dream, my brother was in my dream, my ex that I was just talking about, Nene was in my dream, my last girlfriend that I just had was in my dream. All these people was in my dream because I have deep problems with all of these people. Me and my brother, we cool now, but we had problems growing up as a child. Like me and my brother didn't communicate a lot growing up. We were like almost opposition growing up as kids, kid opposition, you know what I mean? So me and him are dealing with, with that shit now. We never talked about actually growing up as kids because as adults, it's never been an issue. But you know, I feel like me and my brother should be closer than we are. You know what I mean? I feel like we should be closer than we are. You know what I mean? So I know that's an issue. That's why he was in my dream. My baby mama is an issue that we never really resolved or talked about, but now it's too late for that. I only want to resolve or talk about it now. You know what I mean? Because it was a time and place for that, and now ain't the time and place for that no more. You know what I mean? So she was in there. So that was an issue. That's the one that I'm probably have to deal with for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? That particular issue. You know what I mean? Type deal. And then the one with my ex beforehand. I never got closure from her. We just ended abruptly. I never got closure from her before. I knew it wasn't really me, but I wanted her. I wanted her to apologize to me. Deep down, this is what I wanted from her. That's why she in there. Because deep down, I feel like she owed me an apology. Because I know I did my damnness. I know I tried my best with her. And she never gave me the appreciation that I deserve. I know. I know this, and I need that. I needed that in my soul. So I'm probably have to deal with that for the rest of my life, type deal. And my last chick, she really sick. So she not just out here being petty. She not just out here being the asshole. She really does have a condition. So that's what me and her keep falling in and out of it. And the thing with her is, my problem with her is she gonna have that condition forever. So I'm probably never gonna be able to really and truly be with her. And that's who my heart with right now. That's who I love to death. And I know she loved me to death. But because she's bipolar, right, it fucks it up. It fucks that up. Because when we good, we good. But when we bad, when that, when it happened, when that switch happened, that switch happened. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. You know what I mean? I probably can't be with her because of her condition. You know what I mean? So everybody in my dream was in my dream for a reason. Now the whole situation in the dream was crazy, but I get it. That's why I had to wake up and I had to spit this shit to y'all. The way I had to spit this shit to y'all right now, because I had to get some of this shit off my chest. And nobody even talking back to me right now, right? But just getting this shit out is good enough because I don't talk to nobody. I can't go sit in front of nobody and talk to them like this. You know what I mean? Because most people not gonna understand. The one person who will sit and talk to me, she probably, she's sick herself. You know what I mean? What's good, Edgar? Appreciate you sliding through this, John Edgar. We on this, John Kings at T. Do you deal with a lot of stress and worry, bro? I do, Mr. Pats. I do, pimp. I do. And I just had that situation last week where I got hit. You know what I mean? So man, maybe it's just me just unwinding. It's maybe just me finally unwinding, dealing with, the shooting, and me dealing with, my shit, my relationship, issues and shit right now. But yeah, I do miss the past though. Like I do. I do, pimp. I do, pimp. I do. And I hold a lot of that shit in. I hold a lot of shit in, Brody. I hold a lot of shit in, Brody. That's why I don't talk. But when I start talking, y'all, and there's people who know me, I don't talk much, but when I start talking, I'm never gonna shut up. That's why sometimes I hate getting close to people. Cause I don't, cause motherfuckers like, I hate getting close to people because people inconsistent, bro. People like, you can I could be talking to you every day for years straight, and then all of a sudden, boom, I just gotta learn how to, you know, deal with you not being around no more. No explanation, nothing. You just gone. No nothing, nothing. Just gone. So now I gotta regroup and all that shit and learn how to, so I just don't get close to people no more. You know what I mean? I don't get close to people. I'd rather come here and talk to y'all, for 2 or 3 reasons, right? I know when I come here and I turn this button on, right? Somebody go be here. Whether it's one person, whether it's two people, somebody go be here, right? So I know if I come to YouTube, y'all can always be here. For the most part, y'all go listen. And y'all go listen for understanding. You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't even need to be, sometimes we don't even need to hear nobody talk back to us. Sometimes we don't even be needing advice. Sometimes we just be need, a ear to listen, somebody to listen to us, man, somebody just to vent, you know. Sometimes that's just what a motherfucker need. Like I feel a lot better now than I did 20 minutes ago. I feel a lot better now than I did an hour ago when I woke up from that dream. He said I'm coming out of one of the worst spots, but I feel like we relate on every level. Same, bro. Same, bro. It's like, and I'm glad, and I'm glad, and I'm glad you can relate, bro. I'm glad you understand, and I'm glad y'all folk, can't really listen to you, but you know what I mean. Type deal. But yeah, I had a rough week, dog. I had to have this conversation. I had a rough week. For real, I had a rough little week, man. So I had to come, speak on it, clear my mind. Gonna speak on it, clear my mind. Get that shit out. But yes, certain problems we gonna be dealing with, for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? Certain problems we will be dealing with for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? Certain problems don't go away. You just learn how to deal with them. They'll never go away. You learn how to deal with them, and what they mean is they never go away. You just learn how to deal with them. They mean that problem is going to keep reoccurring to you, right? It may not. It may get less and less and less few far between, right? But they never go away completely. That problem is going to keep reoccurring to you. It's going to keep, playing in your mental. But you learn how to deal with it means that you learn what to do, to get past that moment or that situation. That's what people mean when they say certain problems never go away. You just learn to deal with a certain thing. You never go away. You just learn to deal with them. It's because they're going to always keep coming back. Like, we never get over deaths. You know, some people just handle them differently. You know, we never get over deaths. Some people just handle them different. True enough. And whether we want to talk about it or not, you never truly get over a heartbreak. Your situations in your life are what make and what break you. You never truly get over it. You learn to deal with it. You learn to move past it. You learn how to deal with it. So when it recurs again, you know what to do to deal with it. You know what I mean? It never goes away because it's going to come back. That feeling, that situation, at some point, it may come back less and less and less and less and less as you get older or get farther away from it. But the situation will, you know what I mean, come back. You know what I mean? People, the way people treat you, it's affect you. It's supposed to affect you. It's going to affect you. You know what I mean? You're going to use it, you know, in your future situations, but that's the thing. You're really not supposed to. You're supposed to take it and you're supposed to learn from it. You're not supposed to take it and punish somebody else that had nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to take it and you learn from it, not you take it and you punish the next person. People get that misconstrued. You take it, you learn with it, and you use better eyes, not you turn into an asshole, right? And push away everybody else in your life, or everybody new that coming in your life. No, you take your situation, you learn from it so you can see it better when it's coming. Not you take the situation, you treat everybody like an asshole. That's not what he's saying. You take the situation, you learn from it, you learn to deal with it. You learn to see it better. You learn to cope with it when it arises again. You know what I mean? You learn to see it better so it don't happen again. You learn what you do, you know, to get your mind right when that feeling comes back. So when it reoccur, it don't take you out the game every time it reoccurs. You learn how to deal with it. You take your experiences that you learn and you become a better person from it. Not, you know, go treat everybody else like shit because you got hurt by this one person. Everybody not out here to hurt you. Some people actually out here to make it better for you. Some people actually out here to change your life. Some people actually out here already hurt and they just want to make somebody else smile. Yeah, you ever thought of that? Some of us already been hurt enough. We just want to see you smile. You know what I mean? You can't punish, you know, don't punish, don't punish newer people, right? Don't punish newer people for older people mistake. You know what I mean? Because one guy cheated on you and broke your heart. Don't treat this guy like he a cheater. He ain't never, like, you know, cheated a day in his fucking life. You giving him energy that he don't deserve. What's good, Mad Chat? Appreciate you sliding through this, young Mad Chat. Appreciate you sliding through. Yankees won yesterday, Mad Chat, and Boston lost. So I'm happy. Shout out my guy, Mad Chat. You know what I mean? Some people are only here to make you happy. You know what I mean? So imagine this guy coming into your life to make you happy, and you treating him like he a fucking cheater. And you never even met him a day in your life. You don't know him outside of him saying, hey, you giving you his number and taking you out on this first date. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't know him. You don't know him outside of this first time meeting, but you out here treating him like he a sucker, like he a cheater because a nigga cheated on you 6 years ago. Make that shit make sense. This man don't know what the hell happened to you 6 years ago. This man saw you, thought you looked nice, thought you was sweet, and wanted to take you out and show you a new life. That man don't give a fuck about the trauma of your old life. He want to show you happiness in your new life. He want to show you. How you in his new life about to go. Don't be bringing in that. Don't be bringing in all that fucking baggage from that past life into their relationship with that new man. And fellas, don't be bringing that. Don't be bringing that whole mentality. Don't be bringing that whore mentality. Don't be bringing that motherfucking pimp mentality. You know what I mean? Because you was dealing with a hoe in your last relationship. You so used to dealing with hoes. Don't be bringing that whole mentality into the relationship with this new woman. You know what I mean? You ain't got to check her phones. You ain't got to look over her shoulder. Every time she pick up her phone, look at her phone, she ain't cheating on you. That's that last hoe that you was dealing with. You knew you was dealing with that hoe before, you start dealing with that hoe. This woman ain't no hoe. You ain't got to treat her like that. You ain't got to move like that. You know what I mean? A lot of us fuck up our own shit. You know what I mean? Thinking we know everything. You don't know everything. You almost don't know shit. Everybody, let's go for everybody. Me too. Everybody. You almost don't know shit. You know shit about yourself. You don't know shit about nobody else. You know shit about situations similar to yours. You don't know shit about nobody else. Y'all don't know shit. Get to know people before you make assumptions on them. Get to know people before you move a certain way. You know what I mean? No, you ain't supposed to be out here just being an open book to every single person you meet. But my nigga, my 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 queen, my nigga, if you're not gonna be an open book to the people that you actually dealing with, if you give a man your number, if you talk to a man on the phone, if you go on a date with a man, if you're not gonna be an open book to him, you mean tell me you gave him your number, you dating him to not give him everything. You shouldn't be fucking dating him then. You shouldn't be dating him if you giving him half of you when you dating him. You don't go into relationships. You don't go into relationships half-assing, or you don't go into relationships with baggage from your other relationship. You're supposed to go into a relationship full throttle, full steam ahead. Not, oh well, I got to see what you do because my last dude did me wrong. Well, you need to go take that up with the last. You need to go talk to the last dude and get some closure from him then before you even try to get in another relationship. You shouldn't even be going on fucking dates if you still hurt from your last relationship. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. I got out of I got out of a relationship with my baby mama. Me and this girl was friends. I mean, and this is why I fell in love with this chick. Cause me and this girl was fucking friends when I left my baby mama. This woman was there for me. Literally, when I left fucking Texas, when I left Texas and got back to Memphis, that fucking Nene girl was the first fucking girl that I saw. The first person I went to, the first house I went to. And that wasn't even my girlfriend. We was in the beginning. I was dealing with her on some rap shit a year and a half before that. And I had came back from Texas, went straight to Nene house, and and literally from when I got back from Texas the first time from 3.5 years ago to this year, I was with that Nene girl damn near every single day, y'all. Every single day. And that's the one that was dealing with, the hurt from her 18. She younger than me. She 27. I'm 31. That's the one that was dealing with the hurt from, her younger days, who kind of, who wouldn't necessarily let me all the way in because of the hurt from her younger days. You know what I mean? But when I left my baby mom, I went straight to her, bro. I went straight to her. You know what I mean? That was my friend first. That's how I fell in love with that woman. That was my friend. She was there for me. That girl used to sit up here and talk to me for hours on hours on hours on hours at night, bro. Just sitting in the car, just smoking, just talking, bro, about anything. And when me and Nene stopped doing that, that's where me and Nene fucked up right there. When we stopped that bond, when we stopped that open communication, when we stopped them car fucking conversations, dog, that's where we fucked up. Because around then, somewhere along then, we started that physical attraction to each other. We started doing that physical thing. And when we started being more physical, that's when our communication suffered. That's when our friendship started to get a little froggy. I mean, it started to get a little foggy when we started that physical aspect of it. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm a little hurt from that because I had me somebody to talk to. I had my friend. I had me an open book. I had somebody I was comfortable with, somebody I could roll blunts with, had these convos with, and then we got too serious. We got too serious. We got too physical. I got physical with my friend. It fucked the whole thing up. Now we don't talk no more at all. And that was the person that I was talking to outside of my baby mama. And if you really pay attention, when I was dealing with Nene, I didn't have fucking YouTube. I didn't need to come here and talk. It's crazy how shit happened, but I picked up this YouTube boxing shit when me and Nene separated. You know what I mean? About a year and a half ago. about 2 years, like about a year ago, for real. I started about 2.5 years ago when me and Nene fell out. But me and Nene ended up back rekindling. You know what I mean? So I wasn't on her heavy like that. But once we separated for good, that's when I started doing this heavy because, and I wasn't even talking about my feelings. I was just expressing, I was just talking about boxing. I just needed something to do. I needed somebody to talk to. I needed to get this shit out. I needed somebody to hear me. You know what I mean? Because I don't talk to nobody. And Nene was the woman that I was talking to. And now she gone. So I said, I'm finna focus on my fucking boxing page. I'm gonna put my attention on this. And I put my attention on YouTube to get my attention off of Nene. No cap. That's really what happened. When I separated, and all this shit happened recently, y'all. That's why y'all be hearing me. So I'm not too far separated from a lot of things in my life. when I left, my baby mama, 4 years ago, right? I met Nene. I left Nene. I met this girl that I just had to break up with 4 5 days ago. You know what I mean? So I'm dealing with all this shit in stride, like right now, y'all. Like right now. Yeah, right now, only woman that I ever cared about before then was my baby mama. You know what I mean? And then it was Nene. You know what I mean? And now it's Shaq. But I know for a fact, right? I know for a fact that the women that I probably, the women that I was most comfortable with throughout my life, I can't be with them. I can't be with them. And that's terrible. All for different reasons and shit. All for different reasons, but I just can't be with them. And then I got like, I still can have all the fun I want to, but it's just at this point, man, I don't even want to. I don't even want to have. I don't even want to play around. No, I'm human though, so every now and again, I'm a call up. I'm a call up. Every now and then I'm gonna call up motherfucking, Jocelyn, and I'm gonna get my shit wet. I'm gonna call up, Katie Sue, every now and again, and get my shit wet. But really, at this point, man, I just like this point, I'm letting shit find me, bro. Like, but really, that's how I always work. You know what I mean? So at this point right now, man, I ain't even gonna say I'm just chilling because it is what it is. Whatever happened, happened. You know what I mean? Whatever happened, happened. Type shit. You know, whatever happened, happened. But I know I had to get that conversation. I had to get that off my chest though, because that dream I had last night, that dream was wild. Like, and I know that dream I had last night came from all this. I was losing my fucking teeth. My teeth were just breaking off in my hand. Type shit. I had my teeth were just breaking off in my hand. Like, I tell y'all about my dream. Right, this is how I know that I had to get up and have this conversation. My brother was in my dream. My baby mama was in my dream. And both my exes that I'm talking about was in my dream. My last ex and my ex before her. And there were all these people within the last 3 years, right? All my girlfriends, like my baby. I left my baby mama 3 years ago. I dealt with the girl right after her for about 2.5 years, and I dealt with my last girl for about 6 months, right? So all this happened in the span of 3 years. And me and my brother, we always had issue. I always felt that we had a real, we should have been closer growing up. We closer now, but we should have been closer growing up. It's a lot. I feel like my brother treated my cousin more like his brother than he treated me. You know what I mean? So that's the issue. That's always been the issue that I had, and I never talked about it, never even told him. Didn't even think it mattered that much, you know what I mean? But it do matter. Like, it do matter. You know what I mean? Clearly it matters because I think about the shit. I dream about the shit. You know what I mean? So I had all of them in my dream, and I got deep rooted issues with everybody I had in my dream. That's how I know I needed to come. Not deep rooted like physical issues, but like just deep rooted mental issues that I needed to deal with myself. So I had to wake up and I had to spit this shit after that crazy ass dream that I had last night. AB was good, AB. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, we in this thing, shooting the shit. And we in this thing talking about, sometimes, good just ain't good enough. And other times, how good is great. You know what I mean? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. We in this thing just shooting and shit. I'm gonna do my post fight reaction video at what 7. I wake up at 7, do my post fight reactions from the fight last night. But I just wanted to shoot the shit real quick. On some on the real life topic. Had to get some shit up off my chest. I'm glad I did. I feel a lot better. Not lying. Not lying. I feel a lot better. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that dream last night had kicked my ass, so I had to wait. I had to wake up and get this shit off my chest. I feel a whole lot better though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I feel 10 times better. Like, uh, like that shit was therapy. Yeah, but again though, I started this YouTube shit. No cap. I used to talk like when I left my baby mama. Right, I used to talk to my ex. Yeah, I used to talk to Nene all the time. Me and Nene fell out, and I started talking to YouTube, and I just been talking to YouTube. I just been talking to YouTube ever since. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't talk to nobody, and that's who I talk to now. I used to talk to her every day. When I was talking to her every day, I wasn't even on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I used to talk to her every day. Now I come and talk to this joint. Well, yep. But you know, it wasn't all good. It wasn't all. It wasn't all good. It wasn't all bad. You know what I mean? Wasn't all good. Wasn't all bad. Everything happened for a reason, though. But I tell you this: financially, though, financially, I'm as good as I ever been. I'm as good as I ever been. It's like back then, right? Like back then, I had money and shit, right? But I wasn't. I ain't have, I wasn't as financially stable as I am now, right? I was earning money fast back then when I was spending money fast too. So it was more so like a, I ain't gonna say a facade because I really had it, but I was spending it as I get it. You know what I mean? So it was like a constant thing. Like, now I'm more comfortable. It's like I had more when I was more flashy with it, right? When I was more on Broad Street with it, right? I had more women, quote unquote, wanting, you know, relationships. I had more women, choosing relationships, more women choosing, right? But once I say, you know what, I'm finna put this shit up a little bit, right? I'm gonna be more subtle about my approach, right? I'm gonna weed them out to see do women are women just fucking with you because of the cars and the clothes and all that shit. Are they just fucking with the lifestyle? Do they fuck with you? So I started putting a lot of that shit up, and I noticed this: a lot of women don't. Still, I still do pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I still do pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you because I still do pretty good. But I have to approach women, you know, when I don't do the flashy thing. When I ain't coming up with the flash, I gotta approach them. When I'm doing the flashy shit, they do something to get your attention. You know what I mean? But I'm noticing, but I'm noticing, but I'm noticing women say that it ain't about a dollar, it ain't about this, it ain't about that. But women like to look at certain shit. They do. Because I'm the same dude. I'm the same dude, whether I go put my gold chains on, you know what I mean, which I don't wear no more. I'm the same dude, whether I go put my gold chains on, I go get me, you know, I go get me a couple racks, put it in my motherfucking pocket, whether I hop in my charger or I hop in my SUV. You know what I mean? If I hop in my charger, you know what I mean? Or if I hop in my SUV, I'm still the same dude, whether I got on sweats or t-shirt or whether I got on Burberry pants, you know what I mean? Yeezus, white tee, and my gold chains. I'm the same guy. But they got them Yeezys on that when I hop in that charger, they got, get a lot more instant attention than the guy that have the sweatpants, the flip-flops, and the shirt on, just walking around. That guy still could talk a girl out of whatever he want to, but I don't gotta say a word when I put them Burberry pants on, them chains, and I hop in that charger instead of hopping in my GMC. I don't gotta say a word. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, women say that it ain't about this, it ain't about that. But I literally I run surveys. I trash shit, and a lot of times the shit that y'all be saying y'all don't like. What My man don't gotta have this. My man don't gotta have that. My man don't gotta have this. Man, I know for a fact I done dealt with women a lot longer than I, cause I ain't, boy, when I want to be, in my day, when I want to be, back in my day, or when I want to be, I'm a motherfucker. I'm a motherfucker. I can be a motherfucker, and I know I can. And I know for a fact that a lot of these women dealt with me much longer because of the perks of my fucking life. So y'all can't tell me y'all don't like this and y'all don't like that and y'all don't like a lifestyle. I know for a fact. And I will put nigga my baby mama, all these women, my baby mama, Nene, fuck them, all of them. I know they deal with me much longer than they would have if I wasn't doing the shit that I was doing. You know what I mean? I know my rope wouldn't have been as long as it was if I wasn't who I was. So they can say that it ain't about this, it ain't about that, but they give out their rope. They give out their rope. You know, they give their leeway to you when you got that financial security, when you got that nice car, when you got your own house. You know what I mean? They give you their leeway. You know what I mean? They will if they like you. That's how I know that you could almost. That's how I know, like when a woman, right? When a woman really feeling you, you could almost do anything you want to do, and she not gonna be and like she not gonna go nowhere. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying go do it, but what I'm saying is you could almost do it. Okay, wait. Let me say it was good in Conquest. Let me say this. I ain't gonna say you could almost do what you want to do. I can say this. If a girl, really into you, you could do bare minimum and she'll make that shit huge. And if you're not the one for a woman, you could do everything huge and she'll make that shit bare minimum. When you are the one, you could do bare minimum and your woman will make that shit huge. But when you're not the one, you could be huge and your woman will make that shit bare minimum. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, like, it's once you really, I deal with a lot of women, like once you really get understand, and it's crazy, you never really totally understand them, right? But once you start to understand a little bit, you realize that all that you really want from a woman is, right? You realize once you started understanding women a little bit, once you started understanding relationships, you realize that all you truly really want from a woman, right? And it's gonna sound cliche, but I want to try to understand the depths of what I'm talking about. You realize, like, after a while, you realize that all you could really ask of a woman is for her to be able to be honest with you and honest with herself and honest with every situation. Now, that sound broad, but don't let it go over your head. A woman who could be honest with you is a woman who could tell you the truth, right? A woman who could tell you when you're right, when you're wrong, right? A woman who could be real with you. A woman who can be real with herself is a woman who could check herself, who could check when she is wrong, right? Who could allow you to check her when she is wrong, right? A woman who is truthful with you, a woman who is truthful with herself. And that's all you could ask from a woman, because a woman who is truthful with you, a woman who is truthful with herself, and a woman who is truthful with every situation. You know what I mean? A woman who's truthful with you, right, can check you, tell you when you wrong, can allow you to check her when she wrong. A woman who's truthful with herself can check herself when she wrong, can allow you to check her when she wrong. A woman who's truthful with every situation is a woman who doesn't have to win every argument. A woman who doesn't have to win argument. A woman who doesn't see you as her competition in every situation. Now we getting somewhere, ain't it? Now understand what I'm saying. A woman who could be truthful in every situation. A woman who won't make a situation a competition of man and woman, a woman who will make a situation a competition between me and you because you may feel that you're wrong. You know what I mean? If you're wrong, baby, I don't need you to be more prideful than me about being wrong. Just say that you're wrong because I'm not going to let my pride get in the way of me being right or wrong. Why, as a man, do I have to be wrong when I'm right? I'm never going to understand that. And I hear too many men tell me that in my life, bro. Sometimes when you're right, you got to be willing to be wrong. And I know I'm going to be single because I'm not willing to do that. Because if you're right, baby, I'm not going to make you wrong. Why would I rip you down like that? Why would I destroy you like that? Why would I know that you're right and still make you wrong? I'm not going to destroy your mental like that, baby. If you're right, I'm going to tell you that you're right every single time. I don't care about being right. I care about getting it right. I would never make you have to deal with something because I'm fragile. The truth is the truth. I can't, as long if nobody is ever arguing the truth in any situation, whether it's pertaining to me, whether it's pertaining to you, whether it's pertaining to us, you can't go wrong. You know what I mean? I've been through shit too. I've been through shit in my past too. You know what I mean? We all been through something, and I probably been through more than you did. You just ain't been here long enough to hear me tell you about it. You know what I mean? You just ain't been here long enough for me to tell you about it. As a man, people already don't care about our feelings in this world. Nobody cares about our feelings in this world as a man. Nobody. And people can say what they want to say. Nobody cares about a man's feeling. If a woman go outside right now and she trip, if a woman go outside right now and she trip, the whole fucking world gonna stop and ask that lady, is she okay? They gonna come pick up. A dude trip, the world might stop, look at him until he get up and keep walking. The world might laugh at him when he fall. You know what I mean? But ain't nobody gonna run and help him up. We go see if that man can get up on his own first. And then we may help him up. Even then, we still ain't gonna help him up because they ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? I see it all the time. I see women walking down the street. I see women walking down the street all the time. I see men stopping, picking them up, giving them rides to where they want to go. Tell me I ain't never seen a woman walking down the street. You see a car stop, pull over, they talk for a minute, she get in the car, he take her where she going. How many times y'all see him? How many times y'all seen the dude walking down the street and you roll right past his ass? You see a dude walking around the street, a nigga ride right past his ass. How many times y'all seen that? Nigga ride right past his ass. You know what I mean? We all go through shit. You know, we all go through shit, man. Man, woman, you know what I mean? It's double standards in every situation. It's double standards in every situation. I'm telling you. It's double standards in every single situation, bro. You know what I mean? Like it ain't just, it's never one way. Having a person that understands, that having a person that could be honest with you, a person that could be honest with themselves, and a person that could be honest in every situation. That's all you could ask from your partner. I'm a man, so I say woman, right? That's all you could ask from your woman, man. Shit. Well, yeah, like that's all you could ask for, man. That's all you could ask for. A spouse who could be honest with every situation because the truth, the truth should supersede all. We should be able to, we should be able to, right? We should be able to confide in the truth. We should be able to lean on the truth at the end of the day. I shouldn't have to let you be right in a situation where I know that you're wrong to help smooth out your ego because, you know, I'm the man. because I'm supposed to be able to deal with it, right? I'm supposed to be able to deal with everything. You see, look at the expectations of the dude. I'm supposed to be able to deal with everything that comes my way. I'm supposed to be able to deal with it. I'm supposed to be able to deal with it effectively. I'm supposed to be able to deal with it smoothly and 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 productively. I'm supposed to be able to deal with it. Every single thing. I'm supposed to be able to deal with my woman. I'm supposed to be able to deal with the world. I'm supposed to be able to deal with everything. And I'm supposed to make sense out of everything. I'm a leader. I'm supposed to lead everything. You know what I mean? I supposed to do I supposed to do all, I supposed to be able to do all that, all while still, being attentive to my woman every, single day. I'm supposed to know everything about you, be attentive to everything that you do while fighting the world, all while letting you be right, even when you wrong, all while bringing in the bread. You know what I mean? All while being a protector, a provider, and all that shit. You know what I mean? And then people go look at you and say, yes, you're supposed to do that. Yes, that's normal. Don't complain. You're a man. Stop complaining. What you complaining for? You're a man, real man. Old school men, you know what I mean? You know, when they when it come down to a man, they gonna always question you as a man. They go like it's gonna always be, oh well, you can't deal with it. You ain't strong enough. You ain't strong enough. You know what I mean? People underestimate how strong a man really has to be. A man, what's good, Picasso? A man has to be right. A man has to be right when he right. A man has to be wrong when he right. You know what I mean? A man has to be the provider. And I ain't complaining. You know what I mean? But that shit happens. You know what I mean? Hold on. Yeah, what's good? Picasso said, as a man, I take blame for everything and the credit too. And then you go be sexist. You go be sexist, Picasso. You go be sexist, man. You can't, Picasso. The world wants you to do everything. They want you to take the blame for everything. They want you to be wrong when you're right, but you can't take no credit. Because then you go be a man supposed to do that, Picasso. A man supposed to do that, Picasso. Don't be taking credit for stuff you supposed to do. You feel me, Picasso? Do you feel me though? You you supposed what's good, Crush? You supposed to do that, Picasso. Don't be taking credit for stuff you supposed to do now. You don't get no credit. You don't get no credit for doing that, Picasso. Because you're a man, you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to shut up and do it. You know what I mean? I learned why a lot of them old school dudes went for a loaf of bread and never came back. Man, what you said. Nah, it's just a balance, man. It's just a balance though. Like it's like I mean, it ain't like literally like it's people don't really think like what's the only thing in the world that people don't care about? What's the what's the only living, breathing thing that people don't care about? Honestly, we got animal rights, we got gay rights, We got Asian rights, right? We got women's rights. We got all lives matter rights. We got Miranda rights, right? What's the one thing who don't got no rights out here? Uh oh. It's it's even a black sisterhood. Black sisterhood got rights. You know what I mean? White womenhood got rights. What's the least cared about thing? What's the least cared about living, breathing thing in the world? And Mr. Pads. And Mr. Pads. If you want to know what it is, Mr. Pads. And I'm gonna tell you two sides to want to know what it is, Mr. Pads. I know why. Because men can't express themselves. Because men are supposed to be strong. Men supposed to have all the answers. Men ain't never supposed to hurt. You know what I mean? Men supposed to be wrong even when they right. You know what I mean? Men supposed to go out, work hard, come back, pay the bills. You know what I mean? And you supposed to do that. You supposed to do that and get no credit for it. Like you do everything a man does. Y'all know everything that a man does is just what he's supposed to do. Imagine this. Imagine a man paying $25,000 for his wedding, right? And you don't even get a chance. Nobody even sees you. That's not your wedding, my nigga. That's her wedding. That's her wedding, my nigga. Ain't nobody come to that fucking wedding to see you. Ain't nobody come to that wedding to see you in no fucking dress, my nigga. They came to see her, my nigga. They ain't come to see you. And you paid $20,000 for that motherfucking wedding. At what point? And it's a question to this. It's a question to this, and I'm getting somewhere with this. I'm getting somewhere with this. Where does a man supposed to get his credit from? Where does a man supposed to get his love from? Where does a man supposed to get his admiration from? Who is supposed to be? Who is supposed to be that man's crutch? Who's supposed to be that man's uplifter? Who's supposed to tell that man, yeah, baby, you got it. You got it. This your world. You the king. You the king. It's your world, man. Fuck that. That's why. See, I'm getting too real. I'm getting too real with y'all right now. Who is supposed to do that? That man's woman is supposed to do that. Your woman is supposed to do that for you. Your woman is supposed to be your getaway. Your woman is supposed to be the person that give you your flowers, that give you your credit, that make you feel like a king, that make you feel like the world. For everything that you do, she's supposed to do that. But how can she do that if she don't even respect you enough? She don't even love you enough to let you be right when you fucking right. How you gonna deal with a woman who too petty to let you be right when you right? You could do all this shit all day, every day. You can do all this shit all day, every day. You don't get credit from nowhere. You just do it because you're supposed to be a man. And then you go home to your woman who don't give you credit either, who won't let you be right, who won't give you no praise, who won't give you no adulation. That shit tough, bro. When a man, when a man, when a man, a man who worth something. I ain't talking about this no bum ass nigga. A man who worth something comes home after a long day of work, whatever he do, whatever job he do, whatever he do, and you mean to tell me he got to come home and he still got to be wrong even when he right to make his woman happy? He still got to be wrong when he right? I mean, I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna do all this for us. I'm gonna do all this for the family, not get no credit, and then I'm gonna come home and still not get no credit. I'm gonna do all this shit. then I'm gonna come home just for you to tell me that I ain't did shit. When I didn't pay for I didn't pay for about whether we bought it or when you got it from, the store, whatever. I didn't pay for it. I didn't pay for every single meal. I didn't pay for every single meal, right? I didn't pay the rent. I pay your car note, my car note. You know what I mean? But now I gotta come home and I gotta let you be right. I gotta let you be right, even though you wrong to cater to your feelings. Because I'm a man and I can handle it. So I gotta be wrong in the world. I gotta be wrong at home. I gotta be unappreciated in the world. I gotta be unappreciated at home. And I gotta do all that shit just because I'm a man and I'm supposed to and I'm tough. That's the problem. That's the problem. See, the thing is, that's the problem. The reason men die young and shit like that, it seems like people are happy when the man dies and has great insurance to leave the family. That's the only credit we get. Right. 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 But no, I can't be wrong. I can't be wrong, man. I can't be fighting for I'm fighting for my sanity in the world and I'm fighting for my sanity at home. I'm out here in the world fighting for my sanity. I'm out here at home fighting for my sanity. That's a bad situation, man. I shouldn't have to come. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to. I should be able to come home and unwind. I should be able to come home and unwind. I shouldn't have to come home and feel under appreciated. I shouldn't have to come home, you know what I mean, and feel like my what's good, Picasso. I shouldn't have to come home. Is it at least y'all left something? All right, at least y'all left something, yeah. He said, fuck that marriage stuff because I lost 2 homes because I was blinded by the government. No more. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. What's good, dog? What's good, dog? G215. Glad you could make it. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, we just in here shooting the shit about real life conversations, having real life conversations in this junk right now. Or you know what I mean? I had to get some shit off my chest this morning, man. I had me a weird ass dream. So I had to come get this shit off my chest. I had to come get this shit off my chest. We just in this thing, we just talking. We just shooting the shit right now. He said this better than church. Shout out my guy Jay Gibson. But shout out my guy Jay Gibson, man. We haven't touched this morning. Let the church say amen this morning. Let the whole church say amen. To getting along, peace, respect, being family and fit is all I ask for. Now, I'm telling you, like, if you, right, AB, I don't think I'm asking for, man. I just need you to be, I need, like, I said it again, I'm going to say it again. I don't think these days that I want to ask for a woman is, right, I don't think these days that I ask a woman for is honesty with herself, honesty with me, being able to be honest with herself, being able to be honest with me, and being able to be honest in every situation. You know what I mean? Because a man, hold on, wait, let me get my charger. Yeah, my bad, my bad. My bad. Picasso, I done had two women, Picasso. I done had one woman. That shit ain't gonna matter, Picasso. Picasso, two women worse than one woman, my nigga. Y'all really want to talk about it? Y'all really want to talk about it? Move. Y'all really want to talk about it? People be thinking that two women shit. People be thinking that two women shit cool. Yeah, I get two women. Yeah, yeah. Now really think about it. How many times you deal with one woman? Now really think about it. Really think about what you're asking for. Really think about what you're asking for. Think about one woman. Think about many times you had one woman. God said marriage is a business. Facts. Facts, Picasso. Facts, Picasso. I'm telling y'all, I didn't had two women, y'all. I didn't had two women at the same time. Live with them and everything. This it's cool. It's cool. Yes, yes, sir, T20. Yes, sir, T20. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool, Picasso. It's cool when y'all out in public. It look nice. It look real nice when y'all out in public. It look real nice. It's real nice when y'all in bed too. You know what I mean? It look real nice when y'all in bed. Look real nice when y'all out in public. Look real nice. But I really want y'all to think. Now, I really want y'all to think. Two women now. Let's really think about this shit. Two women. Two women. At all times. Not just when you want them. Not just in the bed. Not just when you go out and you can look bossed up. Two women at all times. One woman don't know what she want to eat. Now you got two. One woman give you enough headaches. Now you got two every single day. Yeah, every single day. I've been there. What's good, Clarence? DP Rocker. It's not as cool as you think, dog. It's not every single day, bro. Think about it. Think about it. There's two periods. There's two periods, right? There's two master feed. There's two attitudes. And not only is there two periods, two attitudes, and two master feed, there's two, there's now that he's I get headache, because so dog, imagine having two women's feelings to be attentive to. I've been here, y'all. I've been here. Is not what you think it is, bro. It's not that. It's not. It's cool in instances. It's cool to look at when y'all doing y'all thing. It's cool to go out in public with them. Dang, the nigga got. I'm telling you, at times it's all worth it. But when you this is what I want y'all to think about. I want y'all to think about Sunday morning, right? I want y'all to think about Sunday morning, right? A Sunday morning. Now, not even Sunday morning. I want y'all to think about a Wednesday evening, right? You got two women, a Wednesday evening. Everybody getting off work, everybody going in that house, right? What the hell y'all think y'all gonna be doing on the Wednesday? Oh, y'all, when you got two women. I've been here, y'all. What do you think y'all gonna be doing on the Wednesday at 4 p.m. in the evening? What you think? See, now we talking about having them work together. I ain't talking about food. That's easy, Picasso. Now that's easy. That's easy. Because when you got 4, you don't got 1. We talking about having 2 actual women living with you. 2 women. I done had 2 women living with me. Like I really had 2 women, not 4 different jump balls. I got 4 different women right now. You know, I could call 6, 7 different women right now and go deal with them like that. I mean, like together. He said, done this too many times, bro. He said you may get lucky if you get to them spaces where women do that, polygamous spaces, but you got to be an alpha to hold it down. Nah, you got to be out your fucking mind. You got to be a rich man because that shit ain't cheap. You got to be a rich man because that shit ain't cheap. And you got to be real patient with it. You got to be real patient. It ain't that you got to be an alpha. It's that you either got to have a lot of patience or you got to have you some dumb bitches. You know, and I ain't have no dumb bitches. I asked y'all a question. Now I'm asking y'all a weird question, bro. You got one girlfriend, right? You got one girlfriend. Now imagine too. It's 4 p.m. on a Wednesday evening. It's hump day. Now I'm gonna go Tuesday. It's 4 p.m. It's 4 p.m. on a Tuesday evening. What you gonna do with them 2 women, bro? What you gonna do with them 2 women? What you gonna do with them 2 women? And then my 2 women ain't even. I had 2 strippers. They get okay. What's the role you gonna give them? Because every day. So what's the role you gonna give them on Tuesday? What's the role? You gonna get them a job, Picasso, and that's gonna create more work for you in the end, Picasso. I'm telling you, it sounds good. And how old are you, Picasso? And you gotta think, bro, I was 27 doing this. Man, them folks gonna run your ass wild, Picasso. Them folks gonna run your ass wild, Picasso. They gonna run your ass wild. What's the role you gonna give them? Because you think you gonna give them a role and they gonna do that and they gonna leave you alone. He said they want you to listen to them. So now look, now boom, now here we go. Now we get somewhere. Now you got one woman. Now it's hard enough to talk to one woman and catch everything that she wants you to say and understand. Right? It's hard to talk to one woman for her to catch everything that you know. So you gonna have to listen to 2 different women, 2 different feelings, and then Picasso. And then I'm gonna tell you another only way this gonna work. The women, only way this gonna work is the women will have to like each other more than they like you. My women liked me. They liked me. Another only way a relationship like that gonna work with 2 girlfriends is the women have to like each other more than they like you. That's the only way it can even work. And even then, it's gonna be it's a problem. It's a problem. My women liked me more, which made it an even bigger problem. You know what I mean? But they gonna have to like each other more than they like you. And if they like each other more than like you, they gonna be spending a lot more time with each other. I mean, they gonna be talking a lot. They gonna be the one plotting on you. You know what I mean? That's why them shits never gonna work. Them shits, nobody who really got 2 keeps 2 their whole life. And if you do, it's a money thing. You just issuing that money and you gone. You ain't even really worried about what they doing physically. You know what I mean? Just suddenly you turned into Dr. Phil. Man, I had that dream, dog. I had that dream last night. That shit was bothering me, yo. I had that dream last night. That shit was bothering me. I had to get up and kick my shit. All of our Bible heroes had more than life. Yep. All of them dead, too. You know what I mean? The fucked up stories in the Bible. And they ain't even Bible heroes either. Read some of them stories. All them folks weren't heroes. I ain't saying it's wrong. I ain't saying it. You got to think the way that was moving back then was the women did everything the man said too. Like it wasn't no, she wasn't equal back then. He had multiple wives because he wanted to. Because he wanted to, because he could. Because he could. You know what I mean? I'm telling y'all, it's not what y'all think it is, bro. It's not. It's cool, bro. It's G'd up. You gonna be G'd up when you're in public, bro. You know what I mean? You gonna be G'd up in that bedroom when it's time to take care of their business. You know what I mean? But understand, it's two women all the time, 24/7. 24/7. He's out listening to crazy lawyer women, crazy business women, rich women, but they like me because they know I don't play. Plus, I asked them how's their day. Simple stuff. Imagine this, right? Imagine, like, watch this, y'all. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Imagine having two women, right? Imagine having two women, right? Okay, watch this. Imagine one of your women getting upset, right? Being down. Let's say you got two women. You got two women. Women are competitive creatures by nature, right? And this is why having two women will only work. This is why having two women will only work, right? If the women like each other more than they like you, right? Which gets dangerous after a while too. Which is why polynomial relationships don't work, because eventually shit go get serious anyway, because it's hard enough to deal with one woman, let alone two. The only way it works if they like each other more than they like you. You know what I mean? But let me tell you this. If you got one woman, right, that you got good communication when you talk to her, the chemistry had and all that shit with, right, boom, this one of your women. And the other women, you may have a better physical relationship with, like y'all might fuck better. Y'all got more chemistry physically fucking. At some point, because this what my problem was. This what my problem was. At some point, the two are going to collide. You know what I mean? The two are going to collide. Because the chick that I'm fucking, right, I'm fucking both of them. But, right, the chick who, how can I put this? The chick who I had the sex chemistry with, right, she felt like I did more for the other chick because we had a better, we had a more of a friend relationship. We communicated better. She felt left out because I talked to the other girl more. You know what I mean? We were more friends than me and the other chick, right? But the chick that I talked to more felt like she was being left out the loop because she thought that I was more physically attracted to the other girl who I was more physically attracted to. You know what I mean? But communication-wise and getting shit done-wise, the other girl was better to talk to because she was more business savvy. She was more about her shit. She was more, of a leader than the other girl was. But eventually my shit fell apart because of a jealousy thing. You know what I mean? I spend too much time with the girl who talk and shit, because sometimes I spend too much time with the woman who know how to talk and shit. She think we got a better relationship than me and you. The woman that I talk to most of the time, she think our relationship better because we fuck a little more. You know what I mean? But that shit is difficult. He said, I know a girl who roommate with other women and is more of survival mode. I could be an asset in that situation. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. But see, that's what I'm saying. And see, then Picasso. Yeah, see, Picasso. See, they like each other more than you. They like each other more than you, Picasso. You know what I mean? So understand, Picasso, with that, with that, right, Picasso, that's gonna come them trying to get over on you more times than not. You know what I mean? They gonna be trying to get over on you more than not. If they live together, right, and you they do, say they gay, right, Picasso. They gay Picasso, right, and you they do. They gonna be coming. You could get into that Picasso, but you gotta be aware that Picasso, that they a team already. That's what I'm saying. It's only gonna work if they like each other more than you. And even then that shit get dangerous. Watch this, Picasso. Picasso said certainty, you had to get them together and tell them their roles are important to the purpose. I did, Picasso, but guess what? Picasso? That's why I was asking you about that Tuesday question, right? Why you could get them together. You could get them together on that Tuesday, right? You could take them out. Y'all could have a family outing, and you could tell them all motherfucking day how happy you is, how you love them, and how they important to what's going on, and all that good shit. And then y'all could wake up the next day. And they could feel different about it again. And then you have to do that shit all over again, twice. Twice. Now you got to sit there. See, Picasso. See, your situation is different. Picasso, in your situation, Picasso, you don't got two women. Two women got you, Picasso. You they man. You are they man, Picasso. Picasso, you they man. Yeah, Picasso. They got Picasso. You don't got them, Picasso. They got you, Picasso. They got you, Picasso. But that's what I'm saying, Picasso. It's basically what I'm saying. Like, it really only work if they like each other more than they like you. And even then, after a while, that's gonna become, work. That's gonna feel like work a little bit too after a while. Because watch this, Picasso. When they start getting into a riff and shit, let's say one of them call you. If they get mad at each other, Picasso, and one of them call you without the other one go hate your ass. The other one, go hate your ass, Picasso. Or how about this? Say one of them call you without the other one. The other one gonna get mad. I said the other one call you without the other one. And after a while, they both gonna leave you alone because now they both did cheated with you. You know what I mean? Instead of fucking you together. So now they didn't violate it because they both didn't get the shit without you. You get what I'm saying? Type deal. But I ain't saying it can't be done. I ain't saying two women can't be done because I did it for a while. What I'm just saying is, bro, it's work every day. It's consistent work every day. It's work every single day. Everything you do, you triple up on it. You know how you in a relationship, everything you do, you double up on it. You got to double up on it now. When you get you a girlfriend, you got to double up on everything you do now. Like you eat by yourself, the shit be motherfucking $12. When you get you a girlfriend, and the shit be motherfucking $88, $112 and shit like that. You know what I mean? How that shit like jump like that. Now, instead of it doubling up and shit, that shit go triple. You know what I mean? Now that shit go triple. You gotta eat for you and two. Now when you go shopping for your girl and shit, you gotta go shopping for you and two. You know what I mean? And ain't nothing wrong with it. But it costs to be the boss. It costs to be the boss. That's all I'm saying, man. That shit is a job. It's a job. Having a woman is a job. Having two women is a 6 day a week shift. Having a woman, having a woman is a job, right? Having a woman is a job. You work that job 4 days a week, 12 hours a day. Having two women is a job with no off days, man. Having two women, that's a job with no off days. He said I took my homegirl after the drug crash shake last night, 120. See what I'm saying? Now Picasso. Now ask your second girl to that, Picasso. Nigga, you just spent 260, nigga. You just spent 250, nigga. You just spent 250 last night, nigga. Take your second girl, Picasso, with you. You gotta take your second girl with you too, Picasso. You just spent 250, nigga, last night. Not 128. You spent 250. I ain't saying it can't be done, man. It's just hella work. You know what I mean? It's just hella work, man. He said, "I'll stay home, big girl." Now, Mr. Pads. Mr. Pads, now let's talk about it, Mr. Pads. I got it. Let's talk about it. Let me tell y'all about my trip. Let me tell y'all about my trip to motherfucking New York. Let me tell you about my trip to New York for New Year's, Mr. Pats. So, a flight to New York on New Year's, right? Hotel and flight, right? For one person, $1,100, right? Right, Mr. Pats? That's just me. $1,100, right? I add, one of my women, right? It go from $1,100 to $1,600. You know what I mean? So now I add her friend, right? I add my girlfriend. My girlfriend is somebody that we be fucking, right? So I add my girlfriend onto the tab. Now the fucking trip is $2,100. So my trip for me alone, right, which would have been $1,100, just turned to $1,600 when I want to take my woman, right? That's hotel and flight round trip. Just turned to 1600. I want to take my woman. She like, oh babe, let's take Jessica. Let's take Jessica with us. It should be fun. She ain't never been to New York. Y'all can go to New York. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, man. Nah, I did my hotel and everything, Mr. Pass. I do my hotel, my flights on the same jump. My hotel, flights, round trip. I do it all in one walk. I really save money. 1,100 really me saving money. You know what I mean? But yeah, I add them right. So now I'm at 2,100. Three plane tickets, round trip, hotel for all of us. Bro, I'm at $2,100 and I ain't even moved yet. And I'm 2,100 in the hole because I want two women. Because I want two women and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't even moved yet. 21 gone. Man, that shit is expensive, dog. That shit is expensive. That shit is expensive, dog. That's a write-off. Man, I think back about a lot of the shit that I done. That's why you don't see me going, doing too much now. You don't see me doing too much splurging now. Cause I sit back, bro, and I count a lot of the money that I spent. I count a lot of the bread that I spent and shit. Boy, if I could get a lot of that money back, cause a lot of that money went to bullshit. A lot of that money went to shit that I never see again. I gave that money away to places and bitches and women I should have never gave that shit to. See how I separated bitches and women. See how I separated the two. For real. For real. A lot of that shit. That's why I move. That's why I move how I do now, man. A lot of that shit was unnecessary. A lot of that shit was unnecessary. I ain't have to do a lot of that shit. I ain't have to do a lot of that shit, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, two women. Two women is cool, man. Two women. Two women is good. Sound good. But boy, you gotta really think about it. It's two women all time, all day, every day. They don't let her have children. That's what killed my pockets when I did. Her children, I was working and hustling all day and night. Still was like, yeah, facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Facts, bro. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. The people don't take all this shit into account. How you spent the money, but was the true worth the experience? Hell yeah. Yeah, I had hella fun. Of course. I went to New York with two women. Hell yeah. I went to New York with two women. Hell yeah, it was out. That bitch was gonna be fun regardless. The trip was gonna be fun regardless. I just spending it. We was gonna have fun. Now, see, but the thing about it is, right? The thing about it is, right? When you do that, when you do that, you know, they do whatever you say. You know what I mean? That's a perk. They do whatever you say. It's just all that in between shit that I want. I don't got time to be trying to coach you. I don't got time to be trying to coach you and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like for real. Yeah, like yeah, it was cool because when you move like that, they gonna listen to whatever the fuck you say. But it's just all that shit in between. I can't be trying to soothe and work out feelings all day, every day. I can't be sitting here talking to you all day, every day. I can't be, you know what I mean? First of all, it's two of y'all, so y'all gotta understand. I'm gonna be extra busy because I gotta fund both of you. I be extra busy trying to fund one woman. I lose a lot of women, you know what I mean? Because they don't understand that a lot of the reasons why your ass even here is because of I know that because of the shit I do. You could let me not. We could out here, we could actually we could sit here and pretend like the shit that I do, you don't care about and shit like that. But I know better than that, right? Because I know if I just all of a sudden if I instinctually just right now if I was like oh yeah all that stuff that I've been giving you, all them bills that I've been paying, I'm gonna need you to do all that shit on your own right now, babe. I ain't gonna be able to do it. That shit you might say okay cool in the beginning. You might be like okay, cool in the beginning, right? But after you started doing for yourself for so long, you ain't gonna need me no more. You know what I mean? After, you eventually you ain't gonna need me no more, right? And eventually you go get up out of there because now you realize that, oh, I can work, I can do this, I can do that on my own. So now I don't necessarily gotta, I don't necessarily need him. I don't necessarily gotta listen to him, or that, you know what I mean? If I just stop, you either go, and that's if you cool with it. That's if you were cool with me not doing it. Most women, if you cut their water off, you be like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to pay this bill, or I ain't gonna be able to do this for you no more. Something that you've been doing consistently for a minute, I ain't gonna be able to do it no more, baby. They'll cut your ass off right there because they got so used to your end, right? They didn't got so used to your end, to your portion. They didn't been living life, not even accounting for that portion no more that you've been covering up. So if you take it away, they go dip on you. You know what I mean? But some women will be like, okay, well, cool, I stay and hold my own weight. But after a while, she get to hold her own weight enough, she gonna realize that, oh shit, I don't necessarily need you. I don't need, something. I ain't tell she go do it, but it can happen, it can do that. You know what I mean? It can't go that way. You know what I mean? DB said, bro, this is therapy. Y'all, yeah, facts, DB. I feel much better than I felt like when I first started this. Y'all smashing that like button is a question, though. Is y'all smashing that like button? A question. And y'all ain't. I only got 32 likes, but it's all good. But it's all good, man. But it's all good. I'm gonna be here till about 7:30, and then we gonna start our fight prediction reaction video, our reaction video type deal. But I had this crazy dream last night, man, so I had to wake up and I had to get each one teach one because so facts. I had to wake up, dog, and I had to get all this shit off my goddamn chest, off my mind, because I knew we were starting to fuck with me. I knew it was starting to fuck with me because I started dreaming about this shit. So I had to wake up and I had to get this shit out of my mind. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, nigga, YouTube for me is therapy, right? Anywhere I can come on here, I can cut this motherfucking thing on. I could generate a profit from it as well. I generate a profit when I come in here and do this, right? So anything I can come here, I can tap this shit, cut this shit on, talk to y'all, and I can earn myself some money. You know what I mean? Along the way, I'm gonna do this shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this shit, man. I'm gonna do this shit, man. I had to come and get this shit off my chest. He said, "Don't chase, replace." Facts. He said, "All this shit was fun though for a hot minute. What was weird to me was how many other women wanted to go with us when they saw how I treated them in public." Facts, bro. Facts, AB. It got its perks. It got its perks, AB. It be the lifestyle. It's the lifestyle, AB. It be that people like that. Like it look, it be what you do for them. You know what I mean? It be what you do for them. It be what you do for them, AB. I'm glad you got it. Just facts. I told one woman, right, and she misunderstood what I said. Well, I think she understood perfectly what I said. I think she understood perfectly what I said, right? But I think she misunderstood what I said on purpose, right? I said everybody is using somebody for something. I'm just real enough to admit it. I said we all using somebody for something. It just on how you want to cut it, how you want to slice it. You know what I mean? If you my boyfriend and I'm your girlfriend, right? I'm using you for companionship. What are you talking about? No matter how you want to slice it. Oh, I love him. We love each other. I feel it. That's companionship, motherfucker. I love you. You love me. That's companionship. I'm using you for companionship. You using me for dick. I'm using you for pussy. I'm using you for companionship. You using me for companionship. You using me because you comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with you. So I'm using you. You may be thick and I may be skinny. So I may like being warm. I'm using you for warm. You know what I mean? You may be using me because I treat you nice. Oh, I like his business out of me. You know what I mean? Oh, let me pick his brain. I'm using you for your business out of me. I mean, we all using us rather it's no matter how you want to cut it. No matter how you want to cut it, you using somebody for something. Literally, you're using them for something. You know what I mean? We all being used for something. If I didn't provide nothing to you, if I provided zero to you, if I did nothing for you, you would not be dealing with me. Nobody's out here dealing with nobody who does nothing for them. Somebody is doing something for you, which is why you like them. And it's that simple. It's that simple. You don't get with people. You don't get with people. If you get with somebody, in a sense, y'all are using each other for something. So I told her, I'm like, I mean, we all using each other for something. I'm just real enough to say what it is. That's why I'm saying people can't be honest with themselves, with you, or about situations. If you my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend, I'm using you for, like I said, companionship. I'm using you for sex. I'm using you, as not a crutch, right? I'm using you as mental support or financial support. You know what I mean? That happens. If you my woman and I'm your man, right? If you got a problem and you can't come ask me for financial support, you know what I mean? If you can't use me for financial support, then why the fuck am I even with you? Why are you with me if we can't come use each other for financial support? If I can't use you for companionship, why the fuck are we even dealing with each other if I can't come use you for your companionship? If I can't come, if I can't use you for your great brain, because you got a great business brain, what are we doing? You using me for something, I'm using you for something. You know what I mean? I just may think you the most beautiful person in the fucking world. Just seeing you may boost me up, may make me happy. Yes. Like you use me, you use people to make yourself happy. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to mess with people that make me angry? I'm supposed to mess with people that I'm not proud of? You know what I mean? I'm supposed to mess with people that I'm not happy to be with, that I don't think look good, that I don't want to show out to the world. You get what I mean? A lot of people, they talk, but they don't really know what the hell they be talking about. We all are using somebody for something. It's just how you want to see it. You want to put a pretty little bow on it. Oh, I'm in love. It's so pure, and it is pure. It is pure. But you're in love, and you're using that man for his shaft. You're using that man for his companionship, just like he using you for your vagina and your companionship. You know what I mean? It ain't no. We all being used or using somebody for something. Now it's the ill and the will and the intent behind what you using them for. You know what I mean? It's just the terminology is what people change, but the act is still the same. What's good, OTB? Appreciate you sliding through this, John OTB. My girl Tay Tay. Appreciate you sliding through this, John Tay. Glad you can make it. I'm in this John literally just shooting the shit, man. I had a nightmare, man. I had a terrible dream. Last night. So I woke up, had to get some of this shit off my chest, man. Had to get some of this shit off my chest. I mean, this junk just rolling right now. I really don't even know what we talking about, where we at right now. But I'm in this motherfucker, and I'm cooking, and we having us a little therapy session right now. That's all we having us a little therapy session right now. But yeah, I was telling this woman, and she was like, "You be using people." Like, you be using people. First of all, this is what I asked her, right? She said, "You be using people." This is what I asked her. I said, "What I use you for?" And she never could answer me. She never could answer me. She never could answer me. She was like, "You use people." And she said, she tell me you use people because I told her what I'm telling y'all right now is that everybody use everybody. So in her word, right, she just think how she tried to make me feel bad. She said, "You use people. You said it. Right, but you misunderstood what I was saying." So I asked her, right? I said, "Okay, I use people." I said, "What did I use you for?" She could never answer me. She never could tell me what I used her for. It's because she know deep down that shit she was saying was bullshit. She understood exactly what I was saying, but she was just trying to throw it back on me because she wasn't ready for what was, in front of her. You know what I mean? I was like, "So what I used you for?" And she couldn't tell me nothing because, bitch, I don't truly use you for nothing. I'm not using you in the term that you using it in. I'm not using you in the term that you using it in as if I'm taking advantage of you. When I say that, I'm using you for companionship. I'm using you for, because I like your touch. You know what I mean? I'm using you, for, mental stability, companionship, whatever I'm using you for. People just say boyfriend and girlfriend and act like that. It's just that cut and dry. Now people get in relationships because the relationship is beneficial to you. You don't get in relationships that's not beneficial to you. Now you don't leave the relationship if it fall off or fall down. You stay in it, but you don't do nothing that's not beneficial to you. Now beneficial is another word. People beneficial. Oh, he talking about. Oh, he using. No, beneficial meaning for whatever it's for, whether it's a spiritual or physical or whatever thing. You don't stay in shit if it's not beneficial for you. It's just that I know how to be honest with myself. I know how to be honest with my partner, and I know how to be honest with every situation. So I could say this shit. You know what I mean? I could say this shit. You know what I mean? We all, the person you choose, you with them for a reason. Now, my girl, you tell me you like to use people. You like to use people, but she telling me that because I say what I'm saying now. Oh, you a bad person? But okay, well, what I use you for then? Since I like to use, what I use you for? And she can't tell me because I didn't use her for shit. The only thing she could have said was, you use me for pussy or some shit like that. You use me for what? Because you don't do nothing for me. But and it's not even that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she realized in that sense when I asked her, what do I use you for? She realized that she don't do shit for me. That's why she could never answer me. Because she was like, damn, all you can't say is pussy. Because that's what you got that I don't get. Because it wasn't like she was giving me extra, doing anything extra. You know what I mean? I was doing all the extra. And the reason she never answered me because she knew that conversation, she knew where that conversation was going to go. She knew where that conversation was going to go because her answer was, what am I using you for? I don't think she could have said was pussy. And I would say, well, damn, you my girlfriend. I mean, you get dick too. Like, is it just you know, I'm the only one getting pussy, or you getting dick too? See, that's the thing. That's something that we giving each other. We making each other happy. You nut more times than I nut. Let's just be real. We making each other happy with that. That's something that we are doing together. We giving each other that. But the thing that she wanted to say, she couldn't say because I'm truly not using you for nothing. Well, what I was using her for was companionship. I was using her as comfort. She was my comfort zone. I could talk to her. I felt good talking to her. That's what I was using her for. Her mind, because she knew how to talk to me. But she was so shallow, she couldn't even think like that because it's not really me using her. They're just part of the relationship. But it's because of my verbiage, the way that I said it, because I could be honest about every situation, my situation and your situation, that she used to try to pick apart what I say. But then once I get to asking her questions, she could never give me direct answers. You know what I mean? That's what I'm using her. That's what I'm using her for. And that she brings out, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was. Is that sudden T, you gave her both your ears to listen. Was she grateful? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? And that's the part of it, because it's stuff like that I was using her for, right? Boom. But she was using me for that same stuff, right? But I was actually doing more. I was actually doing the physical work. Like, I was the financial, more stable person. I was the one issuing out the bread. I was the one, you know what I mean, filling up the car. I was the one paying for the meals and all that. So you saying that you want to say when we argue, I'm using you, but when I really ask you what I'm using you for, the reason you can't tell me nothing because truth be told, I'm not using you for shit. I'm really going above and beyond. But we arguing right now. You upset about some little shit that I did. Now you jeopardizing all the big shit, all the good shit that I do for you every single day because you want to be petty about this one particular argument that we having that you can't let me win, even though, I do all this extra shit. I fight the world. I come home and I gotta fight you. You know what I mean? You can't you know I'm right, but you won't tell me I'm right just because you don't want to be wrong. And as a man, I'm supposed to let you be right, even though I'm wrong. So now I gotta be wrong in the world. I gotta be wrong at work, and I gotta come home and be wrong, even though I'm already fucking right. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to fight the world, come home, be a king, be one, be comfortable, be with my queen, and that's supposed to be my happy place. But now I gotta come home. I gotta be wrong inside of my own domain. I gotta be wrong to the outside world as well. Where at what place do I feel like a king? At what place do I feel appreciated? If I gotta come home and I gotta suppress my emotions and my feelings for you. You know what I mean? And not even it being the truth. That's why I'm saying the truth will set you free. All I ask for people is to be honest with themselves, be honest with me, and be honest with the truth. Be honest in every situation, because if you're honest in every situation, it's not a I'm right, you wrong. It's the situation is right, the situation is wrong. The principle is not you. We having a discussion about an act, about a principle. You not wrong. The principle or the act was wrong, but I need you to be able to admit that because I can. You know what I'm saying? Because I can. I need you to be able to admit it. I need you to be able to say it out your mouth. I need you to be able to speak that shit. And that's why I'm so firm on, especially a woman I'm dealing with. I ask questions, right? I do that. I do it now. I ask questions because I want people to tell the truth. I want to get the truth. I want to hear you say it, because if you can't tell me the truth, and then I really hate it. A lot of people do this all the time, even especially on this YouTube boxing, where people will know the truth. You will ask them a question and they won't answer your question because they know you'll be right and they know it's the truth. I hate that. That's why a lot of these people on these YouTube, y'all act like a lot of the women that I deal with in life. Because I can literally back you into a corner, ask you a straight up and down question, and motherfuckers will still tell me no. And I'm gonna tell you the truth every single time. And then I'm gonna show you where you was wrong. I'm gonna say, yeah, you're right. I do it all the time on here. Yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. But look, answer me though. I asked a question, motherfuckers can't answer me straight, can't give me a straight answer, but I can give you a straight answer because you full of shit. And I'm honest with myself, I'm honest with you, and I'm honest with every situation. Most people not like that. You can't get that shit out of everybody. And when you do get it, it's rare. Hold on to it. But look, though, I ain't finna keep y'all up here too much longer. I've been here long enough. I am about to come talk this good boxing though in about 20 minutes. We about to talk about Danny Garcia last night. You know what I mean? We about to talk about 154, 147. You know what I mean? Gary Antoine Russell, all that shit and whatnot. So I appreciate y'all folks sliding through this joint, Skin Hardaway Southern Tea. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but just the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look, but just to close y'all out real quick. Sometimes good ain't good enough, and other times good is great. The person that's for you, you know what I mean? The person that's for you, they'll take your small deeds and they'll make them huge. The person that's not for you, they'll take your huge deeds and they'll make them small. I literally like what's an example that I could use, right? What's an example that I could use? You know what? Fuck this shit. But I'm finna get the fuck up out here, y'all. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this John Skin Hardaway Southern Tea. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but just the present. That's how I'm rocking, and I'm out. Look.